Now I'll explain the concept of layers for you compared to artboards. But we'll start up a new document where we would actually do some more artboards. I'll make 3 artboards here and I'll just contain it in an A4. And when I do artboards, suddenly I have some other options. I would like to have them straight ahead, so I don't have any rows and columns and so on. So when I start my document, I now have 3 pages. And that is in Illustrator terms named artboards because we basically only have one sheet to work with in Illustrator. So the artboards I got here is basically administered by my artboards panel over here. Artboard 1, artboard 2, artboard 3. If I double click on artboard 1, I go to artboard 1 and I have also the option to rename it here. I can also go to artboard 2 or artboard 3 by just double clicking them over here. Or I can navigate by using zoom tool and my hand tool, and then I can see which one is actually active. That is the one that has that small black frame here. It's very hard to see, but this one is slightly blacker than that one in the side. So if I do a view and then fit artboard in window, this will be the artboard that will go into the window. If I click on this one, see this kind of hard black line suddenly pops to this one. Now it's on that one, now it's on this one. Hard to see, but that's how it works. So now the active artboard is the one in the middle. So if I go into here and say fit artboard in window, it goes for that. Then I have another option, fit all in window. Then I can see all my artboards, no matter which kind of arrangement I've done. That is artboard, so I have different kind of pages or outputs. So why do I need artboards? Well, you usually don't need them, but you can use it if you have the same design and you would like to have some variety of it. So you need to kind of do 3 versions of the same design, then artboards is quite convenient. But what about layers then? Let's have a closer look on layers. I'll just close myself into this artboard in the middle, and then I'll go back to layers. Usually when I've just did anything, I'll make a circle here. It's on layer 1. I'll make the circle pink. And I'm on layer 1, and on layer 1, if I open that layer, I can see that I have a path in here, and that is basically my circular object. I can also make another one and another one. So now I've got 3 pink circles here, and they are all on layer 1. I close layer 1. I would like to do some rectangles on a layer 2. So I need to create a new layer. I do that here. Then I select my rectangle tool, and I would like them to have a different fill here. I would like them to be yellow. Then I draw one here, and look, my bounding box here that is usually blue, now it's red because I'm now on layer 2, which has an indicator color red, as you can see over here, and that one is blue. So if I select something on layer 1, it will show me a blue indicator color, and here it will show me a red one. Okay. Then I'll make a 3rd layer. And on my 3rd layer, I would like to have green. Oh, I'm actually already selected my rectangle. I'll just undo that. Deselect by clicking on the white paper. And take this tool here and create some green triangular shapes here. And they're actually suddenly, oh, I forgot to move myself to layer 3. So now they are all collected in layer 2. Damn. That is the problem with layers. Like, you need to be aware which layer you are actually working on, because it's the active layer that will contain your artwork. So now I'll select all the green here by just shift clicking on all of them. And then now I've got the last one, and then I'll go up in edit here and I'll say cut. Then I select layer 3. I would like to have that as the active layer. I go up on my edit and I say paste. Now look at the bounding here. My bounding frame is actually green because it's now on layer 3. Okay. Whatever is on layer 3 would always be on top of layer 2 and layer 1. So it's like bunk beds. Bunk bed number 1, number 2, number 3. Okay. So I can't take this one and put it below my yellow one because it's on bunk bed number 3, not 2. So it will always be on top. If I need to be below, then I can move the layer, but then anything will be below my layer 2. So the layer succession here, I can always change that all around by just moving, clicking and dragging, and then move the layer all around in my layers panel, depending on how I would like to have it. Or I can double click it and call it something. So I can easily find my stuff. So when do I need layers? It could be convenient if you have a design and then you would like to show it without the yellow squares. I click on the eye and it's gone. Oh. So it's an easy way to hide stuff and show stuff. It could also be that you have some objects that is quite sensitive in position and you would like to lock it. How do I lock an object? You can lock the whole layer here. You just click on this column over here. It actually got a key lock here. So now it's not possible to do anything on my layer 1 anymore because it's locked. So I can't select anything on layer 1. Okay. So that is basically layers is really cool for selection principles and so on, principles where you really need to be aware of what you need to select and what you definitely do not need to select. But I also have another concept that I can use groups. I can take these two and select them, and I would like them to act like one. So I can go up in my object menu and say I would like to group them. Now these two are actually a group. So whenever I select one of them, it will take both of them. Okay, that is quite easy. What if I take this one and that one and I select these two that is on two different layers and I would like them to be a group? I go up in object and make a group. Oops, my triangular green thing suddenly popped up and became something on my layer 2. If I group anything that is not on the same layer, the thing that is groups will be collected in the upper layer. So beware of that, because then will mess up your layers if you suddenly start to group stuff, because it's easier to select stuff if they're kind of grouped. Then I have these ones and I put this one. This is one group, this is another group, and I take all of them and I take this one and I select it all and I would like to make a group of that. Now I have a group inside a group inside a group. How does that look? I open my layers here and look, I have a group here and I can open that, and inside that there's another group and another group. So this is my hierarchy of whatever I have of objects that is actually collected in my layer 2. But there's another way of getting into these objects, and that is the double click. If I double click into my group, I go into isolation mode. Look at the gray thing I got up here. This one, the gray bar coming up. I double click out here and it's away. I double click on my group and suddenly I got this gray bar saying I'm in isolation mode, meaning that I can't access anything that is not been into this group or been double clicked on. Then I can move my groups around here in my single objects, and I would like to go into this group. I double click and now I'm inside this group and I can't hit anything in the other parts of my group. And up here I can see I'm in layer 2 in a group inside a group. That is like a Russian Matryoshka doll. And then I can move around and I can actually also add something inside this group if I need to. And then I can go out by double clicking or click on the back arrow here, up here. So I go out of the group. And now this group has suddenly become bigger, but it's still the group. So I don't need to go up here and then ungroup if I need to do anything, alterations or stuff like that. And that is quite convenient. So isolation mode can also be convenient if I need to do something with this triangular shape and I have problems in choosing it. I just double click it. And then I'm into isolation mode. And now I can only work on this item, this object I have here, and anything else is ghosted, so it's not available. And that is basically what you use isolation mode for, is to isolate your object so it's easy to moderate. And then I just double click outside and it will go back to whatever it has. So that is the concept of layers and artboards. So I'll just show you a reality example. You remember the beer here. that looks like a mice. If I have used layers here, I could actually have my background I can turn on and off depending on what I want. Now without background, with a background. And this one contains the animal. And actually, I have another artboard here with another version of the same mice, which is basically having the same layer structure here. So if I zoom out a little bit, and I can use the little trick, go up in view and fit all in window. So you can see two artboards here with two versions of the same animal in a landscape I can kind of make disappear or not disappear. It could also be a text layer. So that is how you can use layers and how you can use artboards and kind of having multiple versions of the same design. And that is just for inspiration for you how to use it. Good luck.